What's up, fans of the burn? I'm back. Time for part 4 of Eaglemoss's Build the GTR, and I have a special guest tonight. You know him as KevStriker. Yeah, I know. Screw the coronavirus conspiracy shit. I don't care. We're hanging out. We're both in stages where we have to be safer than usual, so we're just going to do that. But it's only one time. Ooh. But give me a second, we'll get back to the table and we'll start doing today's thing. And I'm back. Yay. So like I said, this is part 4 of Build the GTR, and today we are this is going to be the right rear suspension. Very fiddly bits. And we get to mount the brake and the tire. And as you know from last episode, we did the brake. It's still a little loose, but it's holding, so I'm not worried about it. And the tire. Yay. Freaking heavy-ass tire.
Sure you're going to get that in time for your tire? Just joking.
And as I move more stuff off to the side, get my little X-Acto out the way, this is the box of parts we get today. So we get tie rod, springs, shock, tie bar. This is a wrench dealie to hold the nuts in, because we get nuts in this one. We also get the anti-sway bar, and we get another screwdriver. The difference being, this is from stage 3. This is from stage 4. This is a 00, this is a 0. That's all I know. They're much, much thicker. So we can put the 0 off to the side. We're going to use the 00, we'll put it off to the side, we'll use the 0. The other part we're going to use tonight is the brake caliper from the last run. That's going to be mounted with the brake and the tire. And now last episode's box is garbage.
Gone.
Okay, so I'm going to do this a little differently because I'm filming at night. Obviously you can tell by the lighting in here. But we're going to start pulling stuff out of the boxes.
Do you want me to do that?
Actually, I should try to get this wrench out first. You know what? I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back once again. Just had to get things together. Of course, first step is we're putting together the shock absorber. So what it wants us to do is we're going to take this piece, the stroke, we're going to put this coil around it just like that, just sits in there. And then it wants us to take the upper mount and the spring are together. This is the stroke, and the stroke has a little tab on it, and inside the upper mount you can see that L-shaped groove. We're just going to fit the stroke into the groove and turn it, and now it's locked. And we'll set this off to the side for the moment. Next piece is the upper join, which is the Y-shaped piece of metal, which is just like this. Thank you, Kevin. And the knuckle base, which is this piece right here. And get the orientation. That's going to be last. Mm-hmm. So we'll give you that and that for later. So according to this, it wants me to put the Y joint like this, if I keep it there, into this joint here, like so. And then we're going to take an EM screw, which is this long silver one, and we'll take one of the provided nuts. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the screw in. I'm going to attempt to get the screw in the hole. Now I get it back on screen.
It's gonna give you a hard time.
My thing is I just want to load it up properly. Okay. Now that I've fed the screw through, let's get the shock out the way. Put it in the box for the moment. I'm going to put the nut in. Then we screw. I hope. I'm just gonna hold the nut in place for the moment. Do it by hand for a bit and then wedge the, it's not really a wrench, it's more just a holder. I'm gonna hold that there and continue to screw. And that's tight. And then wiggle the wrench off and there's the upper join. Like that. Next thing I do is I flip the knuckle on its side, like so. I need another set. And I pulled both of items of what I need, and I need the shock back. Looks like the shock. This fork will go over, it's hard to see, this tab right here. It's going to go over just like this. We want to make sure that the shock is under the Y tab. And then we're going to take the screw. If Kevin wants to load up the nut into the wrench, that would be lovely.
So tiny.
Use the wrench. It's magnetized now. That's another thing with this kit. This wrench is not magnetized, but I just used my little magnetizer, and now it will pick up without any issue.
How the heck do you do this?
You just stick it in there.
Oh, got it in the wrong area.
It won't, like, it's not going to hold perfectly, but at least it will hold for what I need it to do.
I tried.
Not bad for a first try.
Really tiny.
Yeah. I was warned that this would be a very fiddly issue, and they're not wrong.
Doesn't help you have big hands either.
Well, I have big hands. I may have big hands, but I'm used to using small. I'm used to building small models.
You've been doing it for almost a year and a half now.
I've been doing this for a long time. Not these type of models, but still.
Yep.
This is going to be a pain. Trying to do it over a camera.
Pain in the arse.
I think I got it.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it looked like you did.
These nuts, and I got to do this, I think 4 times total over the course of the build, so this is going to be 4 really fiddly issues. Oh, it doesn't help that the angle is weird too.
Do you need a light?
No, it's getting the wrench in there that's the problem.
You can see better, but
Sucks doing this at what 8, 9 o'clock, and I don't know how late it is now.
9 o'clock.
And I'm not on camera. What the fudge?
It's alright, you'll get it.
it really doesn't want to go in. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Of course, maybe I'm not holding it properly.
It doesn't have my shadows in the way. Try it this way.
Yeah, and it wants the nut to go in this side. That's the, well, of course it has to go in this side because of the way the screw is, but I'm going to do this off camera, I know, and I'll show you when I get it finally. Hang on. Alright, that was the fiddliest thing I've ever seen. As you can see, and there's no way to put this in first and then put this in because of the angle of the screws. But it helps having a second pair of hands. Bring it, if you brought it down, there it is. There's the hand. I held the nut he screwed. I know that sounds bad. Don't take it the wrong way. But that's how it worked. More. Right. Lovely stuff. Now I need the long one.
This one?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Still be a bitch and a half.
I know, and I gotta do this 4 times. So next we take the long toe strut, put this out the way, and it's gonna go on this right side. Yep. On the right side, now we got to load a nut. Hopefully this goes in easier
Pray on that.
than the last one. Because this is going in here like that.
Oh, God. Seriously.
Oh, geez.
The wrong side.
I'm stripping it. Stripping the paint.
Oh.
You know what, it might... Yeah, because it's metal in metal.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a total loss. You know, I'm gonna do something. I'm going to thread the screw through both holes, see if I can get...
You want me to do it?
And it just keeps falling. That's the problem. And my hands shake, so I can't.
Here, let me try it. Let me try.
It's going... It's doing something on camera, that's the problem. I'm gonna do it without the screwdriver. Fuck it. That side works fine. It's this one. And I don't know if you can see in there. It's not really all that well cleaned out.
Access paint.
That's what scraped it, yeah.
Access paint, yeah.
There's extra metal flash. There's literal extra metal flashing in here, so it caused the issue.
Doesn't work. Is it better this time?
that I'm seeing here. I'm going to take my pH 0 or 00.
Just try to get through the hole.
I'm literally trying to wiggle. What I'm doing is I'm using that 00 to try to clean up that entry point. Which doesn't look like it's going to happen too nicely. What I want to do is get the screw in through the tough side. I want to get it in through the side with the flashing. This is going to be a absolute nightmare if this doesn't work. Hang on. Of course, stupid me forgets I got a pin file in my dang toolkit. So now, I've cleaned up the holes. Now this will work. I mean, yeah, I have some paint scrapings. That's from the metal flashing, but
What can you do?
it's not the end of the world because it fits now. I'm going to drop the screw into the holes. I will then
hold it. Sorry.
Stupid. Where did it go? There was a second one. Is the second one still over there? Oh yeah, okay.
Here, let me put it over here. So putting it right there.
Okay. Now with the added assistance from Mr. KevStriker's hand. Again, not a sexual joke. Please get your mind out the gutters.
Giggity. Stick around.
No, Mr. Kevin, I don't want to stick around.
Just trying to lighten the mood.
I appreciate it. I need some hilarity in this video setting. Come on. Maybe give me some space to work with.
How's that?
Actually, you know what? This might work better.
Yeah, do that.
If I just keep my finger on it. Yep.
It's working better.
Now that I've got it in a specific place, if I just throw my finger on it.
I'm pretty good at holding still too. Here, let me get.
I just need to put my... Because it's not really a wrench, it's more like a tool to hold things with. As long as it holds that onto that nut somehow. I'm not concerned. And we are in. Okay.
We're back in business.
And now for the lower strut bar, which is the short one.
I got it.
And before I go any further,
File it just in case.
I'm going to use my pin file.
Pedophile.
And just get it in there.
Okay, the bolt.
So we'll raise that up. I probably should have put the right one on first. I should have put the short one on first because of the way it looks. But Mr. Kevin can hold up the nut.
Don't mind the hiccups. We just had pizza.
Yes, we did just eat a pizza.
Pizza.
All right, now that should work.
Good. Damn it.
Actually, I may not even need that. Hand me that. basically put the nut.
Oh, my back is itchy.
You know, I can just hand tighten it for a bit.
Yeah.
And then I'll flip it around, get the nut in my freaking, in between my fingers here.
And just screw it. I wanted to say that. Just screw it.
Or as Emgo likes to go, we screw. We screw.
There you go.
There we go. And now,
Voila.
that's all that in place. Next piece is the lower freaking sway bar.
Squiggly line.
It's basically, yes, it's a squiggly line, Mr. Kevin. And this is not going to hold too well, but luckily, right now we're done with the EM screws. And a wrench.
Screw you, wrench and EM screws.
And this sway bar is going to be angled up, and we're going to put it on that post right there. And it just fits over. And the other screw in this case, get the 00 out the way, is a DM screw. DMs are super tiny with a little flange on the top, so I'm going to get that loaded up properly onto my screwdriver. Yay. Super duper teeny.
Holy crap. I don't know how you do this.
Patience.
It's a virtue. Here, let me hold that.
It's mostly this that's in the way. It's the join. The join is loose. That's the problem.
Is that a good angle for you? Like, am I in the way?
Now you're spot on. Now I'm gonna look around. I suffer from a bit of shakes as a cause of from a accident that I caused on myself. I was in a class in high school and there was an exposed outlet in a wall, and I touched the exposed outlet. So I suffer from a little bit of handshakes because of that error on my part.
Each to their own.
What the balls?
Which hole is it?
It's that one.
Okay. Oops, sorry. Thing's a bitch right now.
Actually, yeah, do that.
Is that the right way? Yeah. Beautiful. I think. Feels like it's 10. It's supposed to move, right? Yeah.
A little bit of movement is not the end of the world.
There you go.
And you know what I did buy? I did buy some of this 3-in-1 multi-purpose oil. That I should have done that to lubricate all the metal holes.
Yeah, what you gotta do?
Whatever. For the final bit of the main assembly, is we're gonna take big old anti-roll bar. This little piece of wire. Need another teeny ass DM screw. And where did it go?
I heard it. Oh, here it is.
Okay. You kind of went flying. Sorry for that. That's going to stay in. I'm not editing that out. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Now everybody's gonna get my laugh. Damn it.
Taking it from, looks like this direction.
Yeah, it's like
And I'm looking at step 6.
Step 6, okay.
Taking it from that. Yep, so as you can see, there's a tiny little hole in the machine there.
Where are you putting it? Oh, okay.
Oh, it goes behind. That makes more sense. It goes behind the sway bar.
That one easy this time.
Wait, hold on.
Alright. What we've done.
It's not all the way in. It's moving too much.
Oh, yeah.
Again, should have used my oil. I don't care. But that's in, and that's going to stay loose until we get the other side. All these are going to be loose for the time being. Next piece, we go back to stage 3 that we had, and we bring out the caliper. And with the caliper, I'm going to throw the wrench. I'm actually going to throw the wrench into the... Again, holy crap, I'm being a weird person tonight. Thank you, Mr. Striker, for catching the camera. I'm putting the wrench in the toolkit, keeping that off to the side. And we're actually going to go into my toolbox and we're going to take out some BM screws, because that's going to be that. And then, now, we take this whole thing and we want it oriented in this direction. That's why it wasn't looking right. It wasn't all the way up. So we're going to have it like this. Shocks on the right, tow bars to the left. And we're going to mount the caliper into these 2 notches here and here. Now with BM screws, I'm going to put away my 0, take out my 00. I don't need that many, because these are really small.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Need to move this coil. This coil has to go out the way. The wire needs to go under and away from it.
Somehow, some way, get that. Wow.
Just a matter of getting the tip into the hole. Oh God.
Here we go with the whole.
So many sexual innuendos. Oh, too many screws.
Screw you.
Too many.
Yeah. One.
And second one goes in.
Right here, right?
Yep, nice and easy. There's the caliper in. The caliper has the Nissan logo right there. I can't read the red, but it says Nissan. In the next stage, step 8, we bring in the brake that we built in the last episode. And I'm going to first, the way it's set up, I'm going to stick the edge in here.
Here on that one, step 8.
Oh. No, that seems stupid. You know what I have to do? That seems really hard. Oh, ha! I'm an idiot. Okay. They fit in just perfectly. I wasn't getting the angle just right, so that's okay. We're going to close BM and open up CM. I'm going to put away the 00 screwdriver because I need a 0 screwdriver transferred. Because now I get to mount the tire.
Sure it's not name brand discount prices?
It's not Town Fair tire, but it is a Dunlop. And basically, I've got the screw already in there. I've got you can see a little tab here on the tire, on the wheel well itself. That's going to match the same notch we have there in the disc brake. So I'm just going to turn the brake until I think I've matched it up on my first try. How about that? That's crazy. But now...
How about them apples? What was that? That's not good.
No, that's not. But we'll check that in a second.
What fell out?
Nothing, actually. Nothing's fallen out. There might be an extra one.
Is that the CM or BM?
That's a BM screw. Yeah, that's a BM. Let me.
That's just weird. How that happened.
Yeah, let me just double check that. It's the one I pulled from my box. That's that. If I turn around the right way. Yep, same screw. Must have been just an extra.
Okay.
Because it doesn't look like anything's falling off of the pad itself. Everything's still pretty tight. That screw's still in place. These screws are still in place. The sway bar screw's still in place. The upper joint is still there. The shock absorber is still there. I'm pretty sure that the brake caliper hasn't moved. That's just my phone. But as of now, I've got I've got a wheel and a tire. But
you have a hubcap somewhere.
I do have a hubcap, but I'm noticing a lot of wiggle. I'm seeing a lot of wiggle. So what I have to do now is I have to wait until pack 19 to get spacers. So I'm not even putting the hubcap on. I'm going to leave this as is for now. And then wait till I get the spacers in. Or not, because I didn't have the stupid thing attached properly. That's why it was spinning freely. The notch wasn't connected.
Oh, there you go.
It's still wobbly.
Oh, well, careful, don't knock the camera over the third time.
Yeah, there's still an issue there. So for now, it's finished. It's missing. Ow! That's from my Star Wars kits. It's missing a space. You can see that this is not sitting correctly. We're missing a spacer. Basically what happens when pack 19 rolls around, I'm doing the other side of this. And all I do is, and it comes with some washers, so I'm going to take the tire off, put some washers in, screw it back in. And that should clear up any issues that this is having, you know, with the wobbling and whatnot. So, as of right now, pack 4 is completed. Pack 5 will come out next week. Let's shoot for Thursday. Maybe Wednesday, who knows.
Before you sign off, guys, isn't it?
And as he's already interrupted during it,
Sorry.
Mr. Striker would like to finish.
Subscribe to KevStriker. The link will be down in the description. There'll be more StarCraft videos coming out, I promise you.
And also a link to my channel and other videos in this playlist. Other than that, later.